Okay, people, well, I'm here to talk about a new website I just created, Sociopath Oh yeah. You know, a few years ago I had Psychopath and not that I lost interest, but I just let it go at a certain time. I don't know why. Just certain things go through my head. But anyway, sociopaths have always really intrigued me. I'll tell you, I've known a few in my life. I understand them, and I'm no expert. Don't get me wrong. I just have a real working knowledge of what they're all about. A little something about myself. I don't know. I have my own things. It's a little different than that, though, to say the least. Well, unlike them, I don't try and get close to people. I don't try and pull them in and then work my little magic and destroy them. I'm kind of exactly the opposite. I keep my distance. Yeah, I really do. I live within a little world of my own, almost like a daydream world. I create scenarios. I really, in general, I don't have a big interest on being out and mingling. I do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not completely inbound. I do get out. I always did. But I don't know. Maybe I was just born this way. Then again, maybe it goes back to a tragedy I had. Well, it was big time tragedy at the time. I was 10 years old, and I had a little dog, Skippy, that I really, really loved. Combination Cocker Spaniel and Terrier, whatever it is, with the floppy ears, kind of like a golden brownish color. And one day on my way to school, I discovered him by the curb, hit by a car and no longer with me, and that really, really affected me. And I think throughout the rest of my life, I've really try to keep myself from strong relationships. I really try to put up a barrier, and it hasn't always worked because certain relationships, family, really did creep into me, even some very good friends, where I care very much, and I don't want that burden, I don't want that responsibility, but you know, you really can't help it. You know, I wake up every day with a very positive outlook on life. I've never hated a person. No, I mean, I'm very confrontational, don't get me wrong, but I never start arguments with people. I just finish them. Same thing when I was a kid with fights and stuff like that. I always hated bullies, and yet I would take care of them. When I saw somebody even picking on somebody that was just defenseless when I was young, I would kind of step in and end the situation. But I never went after somebody for no reason at all, and I never really started an argument. Like I say, when it happens, though, all of a sudden something comes out in me. Well, I'm a very competitive person also by nature. I love being competitive, and I love going face to face when I have to. As I've gotten older, I really don't like arguments anymore. I was again, I didn't start them, but I finished them when I was younger, all the time, always finished them. Getting back to sociopaths, though, this is where I say I'm very, very different than one, but I have such a good understanding of what they're all about, what they do to people, their effect on people, yet they can be very, very good for business. Usually they are kind of glib and have good personalities and can be have a tremendous advantage in politics and in business and other ways of life. They can be very effective with women, and these people just don't understand the downside until they get really hurt by it. They're usually kind of prone to being addictive, whether it's to liquor, drugs, other things. You know, it's not the same for all. There's always a big degree. But anyway, what I'd like is for some of you people to come in and tell me your stories. I'll go more into some further videos about it, but this is kind of, let's get together. You know, the one thing that I've never run across, even though I've known sociopaths, I don't push it in their face. I don't tell them I know what they are. I just don't affect our relationship, which sometimes can be fairly good. I just don't let them get close to me. I don't believe their lies, because they do seem to lie a lot. But anyway, the one thing I've never had is a real sociopath come and explain what he feels on the inside. You know, they're just about all completely paranoid, which feeds everything else. Some are narcissistic, to say the least, not all, but I would really love to know what it feels like, what they go through every day. Most of them, because of the paranoia and everything else, are really not very happy. They think everybody's against them, and when they literally destroy people, whether they realize they're destroying or just get pure pleasure out of it, don't even know what they're doing, they blame everybody else and they believe it. So I'd like to get into the head of one. I mean, I would love for one to come and post on the forum, or even just send me private messages. Let me know what it really feels like, because, you know, I'll be honest with you. I would love to wake up one day and not stay that way, but live a couple of days with not caring. You see, my problem is, even though I try and keep my distance from people, and I really do, I really care too much about people that are close to me, and it does affect me. And I have a way of combating that. I play games with my mind. I can't control what I can't do anything about, this, that, the other thing. So I do have a way of not letting it affect me as much as it could. But I would love to see what it feels like to have no guilt, not really care, and but then again, I guess there are other problems just make it not worthwhile. I'll talk to you, come post, let's get together. Well, not physically, just over the internet. I don't really want to meet you. That's the way I am. I'm sorry, nothing personal. But let's share some experiences. Talk to you.